have to say, Cao Cao's persistence is becoming a real pain. The situation was uncertain for a while, but thanks to you, we made it to Zhengsha in one piece. Of course not! As if the great Zheng Fei of Yan could even be scratched by the likes of them. We were outnumbered, but it was nothing we couldn't handle. Definitely not compared to the battles Brother has awaiting him. I can barely even imagine how much work it's gonna take to build his ideal world. A place where everyone can live as they wish. I ain't nearly as cunning as Zhuge Liang, but if he points my blade in the right direction, that's where I'll swing. Yeah, I've thought it over often enough, but in the end, fighting's about all I can bring to the table. Anyway, if Brother's gonna be taking on overwhelming odds, I guess I'll just have to use my overwhelming might to clear a path for him. Well, that may be what I always do, but having a clear goal in mind takes some of the weight off of my shoulders for some reason. I don't really like the way Zhuge Liang talks, but I guess I ought to give credit where credit is due.
They say Lord Liu Bei.
You did an impressive job protecting my brother in such dire circumstances. Allow me to express my thanks once again. You have done far more than that. We could hardly have made it this far without you on our side. Lord Lu Qi, the ruler of Chengsha, and an acquaintance of Lord Zhuge Liang, has promised to lend us his aid. But as I'm sure you know, Cao Cao's forces will neither bend nor break so easily. The many talented officers under his banner will no doubt demonstrate their might and their cunning on the battlefield. To call them the strongest army in the realm would be no exaggeration. Our brother faces no greater threat than this. However, we have no choice but to overcome them. Brother now has an ambition to fulfill, and people to protect. All that remains is to make his dream a reality.
It pains me to admit it, but I was in over my head. My desire to lead the people to freedom led to some losing their lives. Even so, I just had to try. The people of Jing wanted me to lead them. Needed me to. If I had left them behind, I could never again have spoken of my ideal for a world in which all can live as they wish. My chagrin is undeniable, and yet, abandoning my ambitions would be even more unbearable. That would be the same as abandoning myself, the man who is loved by his people. Our troubles have yet to pass. We may face further sacrifice if we are to rout Cao Cao. Yet, I shall fight to the very end and fulfill my aspirations. For the sake of those who are devoted to me. I suppose that sounds like something Lord Cao Cao would say. Perhaps it is only now that I bear the weight of these lives on my shoulders that I am able to stand shoulder to shoulder with such a giant. At any rate, let us wait for Zhuge Liang. I trust that his return shall herald an alliance with Wu.
We have returned.
Oh, greetings, my friends. How went negotiations?
The fleet commanded by Wu's General Zhou Yu awaits at Fan Ko, ready for battle. before long, they shall take up arms against Cao Cao's advance force.
Then that means...
Indeed, Lord Xuan Chuan has decided to join hands with Lord Liu Bei in his fight against Cao Cao.
Well, auspicious news indeed. You have my sincere thanks, Lord Lu Su.
I fear that without Zhuge Liang's tenacity, Wu may have long since chosen surrender.
Tenacity, you say?
I suppose it was necessary to draw those advocating surrender into a debate. He acted as quite the villain, to put it lightly.
No need to hold back. I'm sure he wasn't acting. After all, he's always had a disagreeable personality.
We're in front of the man himself. Allow me to keep my opinions to myself.
Even if we've secured an alliance with Wu, the fact remains that our forces are scarce in number. That Lord Sun Quan decided to fight with us means he must have seen some chance of winning. And what is this path to victory that you have envisaged?
To compensate for our numerical disadvantage, we will intercept the enemy on the river. After discussions with Lord Zhou Yu, we decided the battle would take place at Chibi, in Jing. There, we will rendezvous with Wu's navy.
So, we're taking the fight to the water. Perhaps that may offer some chance of winning.
Most of Cao Cao's men were raised north of the Central Plains. To speak plainly, they are inexperienced when it comes to naval combat. The people of Wu, conversely, were practically born with their sea legs. No doubt this will offer a huge advantage in the fighting ahead.
Still, this is Cao Cao we're facing. Surely he will attack with enough numbers to cancel out that advantage. Yet, on the water, such caution will only work against him.
That massive fleet, tired from the long journey, will be disorganized. Fatigue will lower morale, and the Yangtze will hamper their maneuvers. The enemy won't be able to deploy quickly, which will effectively immobilize them.
And when that happens, we shall set them ablaze. Thus shall Cao Cao's forces lose any hope of fleeing and sink into the Yangtze.
Amazing. Do you truly think we could pull off such a feat?
This is no time for conjecture, my lord. We simply must. Our lives depend on it.
Lord Lu Su. Yes, yes. It is as you say. All the more reason for us to hurry to the rendezvous. To Chibi, with all speed.
A moment, Pang Tong. I wish to speak with you.
Well, well. So you're the one to call on me this time, Zhuge Liang. I distinctly expressed that I've no intention of putting my neck on the line. Or have you forgotten?
Even for me, the very idea of dragging a dear friend into battle pains me to no end.
All the more reason to leave then, don't you think? I have no desire to ally with Wu or any of you.
Are you sure about that? Cao Cao is constantly seeking talented individuals. He may already have his sights set on you. If Jing falls into his grasp, your days of peace are over. You'd be forced into a life of vagabonding or supplication to Cao Cao.
Is that a threat? Sorry, but that won't work on me. The capture of Jing is well within my calculations.
I see. Then you leave me no choice. I didn't want to have to use this last resort, but here we are.
Last resort? Well, I'll be damned. So they've got you doing their dirty work for them, have they?
You're close with him, are you not? Perhaps you could put in a good word for us?
I almost feel guilty for causing you to be dragged out here. Oh, if it were anyone but you. I don't think I could ever bring myself to refuse if it meant damaging your reputation. You're as insidious as ever, Zhuge Liang. Fine, fine. Just this once.
Your support is most appreciated, Pang Tong.
Just remember that I will support you as I see fit, and at my discretion. Still, I don't mean to cause you any trouble. Don't you worry about that.
I know it is late in the night, but I have something urgent to discuss with you. Yes. There is a task that I wish to entrust to you. A highly significant one at that. The plan I shared with Lord Liu Bei, setting fire to Cao Cao's ships. Such a strategy is no assured victory. There is one major hole in the plan. Cao Cao's forces will march southward, and thus, they will naturally take up camp to our north. This time of year, the winds of the Yangtze River Basin blow from the west and the north. But if we simply set Cao Cao's ships ablaze, the northern wind will scatter the flames, preventing them from spreading to the entire fleet. Cao Cao knows this very well, and likely intends to take up position to the north. Indeed, we must detect that exact moment. And your power, the power to read the wind, is up to the challenge, is it not? Perhaps due to the climate or terrain, a southern wind sometimes blows down from the cliffs of Chibi at night. I need you to sense that change coming and give the signal to loose our flames. Lord Zhou Yu is making the necessary preparations. You focus on forecasting the winds. This is a vital task I could entrust to no other. Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but we're counting on that power of yours. Victory or defeat is in your hands.
That man who came by recently, Liu Bei, he was an interesting character.
Getting Lord Liu Bei to help us escape was the right choice.
The honorable warrior is still with us.
Cao Cao in a battle that will decide our future!
We prepared as best we can. All that's left is for us to believe in each other and fight through to the end.
Hold your heads high! This is a fight we will win!
Cao Cao's forces seem to have responded to their defeat by changing their formation. They have linked their ships together into a solid platform, which will enable them to fight as if they are on land. I suppose such quick decision-making is to be expected from the ruler of the Central Plains.
But this time, those quick wits of his will be the cause of his downfall. Pang Tong's abilities have proven to be very impressive indeed. For one so reluctant to join us, he has greatly exceeded expectations.
Lord Pang Tong was tasked with infiltrating the enemy ranks to offer a proposal to Cao Cao. A plan to prevent his ships from rocking, that is.
A fire attack against a scattered fleet would give the flames no path to spread, rendering it largely ineffective. Having their vessels clustered together and bound by chains will make the fire much more devastating.
In short, Lord Pang Tong's scheme is but the first step in our greater plan to defeat Cao Cao's army.
The chain stratagem, implemented by connecting several plans together in order to topple a powerful foe.
Still, we must keep in mind that a chain is only as strong as its weakest link.
And for that reason, we cannot abide even a single failure. We must all be aware of the consequences of the slightest mistake.
Have you heard? It seems Huang Gai has disappeared from the prison.
How did he break out of such grievous injuries? I can't imagine he could have escaped on his own.
No one knows where the enemy soldiers who surrendered in the last battle are either. You can bet they had something to do with it. Huang Gai a traitor? It almost defies belief. Oh? Well, we haven't seen you around these parts in a while. So, you've been at Lord Liu Bei's side, have you? I suppose I can be honest with you. The truth is, Huang Gai may have turned traitor.
Not only has he been openly criticizing Lord Sun Quan of late, but his actions have been consistently suspicious. What's more, when Zhou Yu questioned him on his behavior, he carelessly spoke of having made contact with Cao Cao.
After that, he was flogged and thrown into the prison. Yet now, not a soul knows where he is. According to the man himself, he found Lord Suan Chuen lacking in caliber. Though if you ask me, I observed no such misgivings.
Regardless, if Huang Gai has defected to the enemy, Cao Cao may be aware of our plans. We must proceed with the utmost caution in the next battle.
So, that is the army of Cao Cao.
Cao Cao's forces? What good are they?
To make Lord Liu Bei's ambitions a reality, we must realize the Longzong plan. And, in order to do so, we must first win this battle without fail. I'll say it again, but this mission relies on the outcome of the fire attack. As such, we will give the command to go into battle the moment you sense a change in the wind. Has the wind shown any sign of changing soon? Understood. Then we shall mobilize our troops at once.
Let's begin. Now then.
Yes.
Oh?
Yes. Do you mind?
Fine.
Aye. Shall we start?
I fight so that honor may carry the day.
I'm counting on you.
We've done all that we can. Now, we must support each other and fight our way through. Show them your mettle! This battle is ours for the taking!
For the sake of our inalienable ambitions, we must take command of this battle!
All of my plans depend on this decisive battle. Each and every one of you must carry out your duties, so that we may claim a crushing victory. First, we shall send ships from our flanks to attack the enemy. When the time is right, we shall cut our way into their base from the front.
Advance now! All units, strengthen your guard! Repel the hostile offensive!
As long as we hold firm, our chance of victory remains. Hold formation and stay on the defensive.
We will not let anyone through. Come at us with all you have. Take that!
We must not let them reach land.
The enemy officer
Arrows at will!
has been defeated.
I would be honored if I could test my skills against you!
The enemy officer
Let them take
has been
this
defeated.
position. I must hold it. Take the hunter attack.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Well, I still can.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Over, you hear?
We've accomplished more than I could have hoped for.
Oh, this is bad. If someone doesn't get here fast, we're done for.
Everything is going well so far. I'd say it's just about time to land another blow.
Begin the advance.
Damn! When did they get behind us? This just became a lot more complicated.
Let's go. Take
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer
We may not be able to make it through this.
It's time. I'm heading for the altar.
White Fan, his appearance. Must be the sleeping dragon, Chibi. As long as he lives, he is sure to be a thorn in our side. All my might.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's go!
As expected, you have bared your fangs at me. This is in line with my predictions.
We must maintain a constant barrage of arrows. Keep the enemy reinforcements at bay to protect our archers.
Where did I go wrong? Things don't look too good.
Truly amazing. I'm happy to have you in our ranks. How am I getting cornered? Seriously?
My strength was not enough.
Let's get this fight started!
I will now begin the prayer. We must distract the enemy while carrying out the most vital part of the plan.
The enemy officer.
I know this will be hard, but I am counting on you all.
Now is our chance to press the attack and take victory for ourselves. Advance the fleet. With these ships, Wu is ours for the taking.
Losing Lord Liang means losing this battle. Guard him with your lives!
So they've arrived. Still, it's not yet time. We have to endure their assault for now. The enemy officer has been defeated.
And face me! You are not going to like the
enemy
outcome
officer
of this encounter.
has been defeated.
Those things are going my way today. Next time.
Commence the advance. Annihilate the enemy with our fleet. Now advance!
What I call intense. I'm all fired up.
The enemy officer has been
I
defeated.
shall show you no mercy. Get out of my sight if you wish to live. Commence the advance.
Is that... the thorn guy?
The enemy officer has been
Really
defeated.
defected from Wu.
The enemy officer I lacked the has been foresight to defeated. predict his betrayal. I shall take responsibility for this failure and stop him here. Now, advance!
So you've come to show you. This point,
The enemy officer has been defeated. Indeed, our blades shall do the talking.
Needing to come to my aid. I guess it's an acceptable situation.
The enemy officer
for now.
has been defeated.
We shall meet in battle again.
The enemy officer has been
I
defeated.
shall analyze later. For now, I must go back. Let's go.
Now we're equal. And we're only getting started.
I, Jung-Hu, shall be your adversary.
The enemy has breached the altar room. Please eliminate them at once.
Looking rough. The enemy is formidable. We must retreat. Now.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer.
There's no virtue in dying for
defeated.
so little. I shall retreat and fight another day.
I've got a bad feeling about this. You've rushed in to aid me. You don't know what this means to me.
I, Ji Huan, shall take you on!
Are you ready to face me?
My power alone is insufficient.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Everyone is holding up well, but Cao Cao's forces still have the edge. Our chance to turn the tide does not come soon.
Even you're here. A tough fight then.
I shall retreat now, so that I may fight again another day.
An excellent display of skill. We shall fight again.
Oh, you're good. Quite good. My will cannot be broken so easily.
Take that! Bear witness to my power.
I'm falling back for now. I must leave the rest to you.
All my might!
I'm done for. Afraid this old man's stubborn cannot make our move under these circumstances. I must fall back and attempt to regroup.
So Huang Gai has retreated. Even so, our forces are exhausted. We should fall back and regroup.
So we have a duel. Be warned. I shall not hold back.
I see you. Bear witness to my power. All my might.
Believe in your commander. Let's go.
Everything is lining up perfectly. Now, all we need is the lead. The rest is up to you.
Take this. All my might.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
How could I be beaten in battle?
Officer has been defeated.
The wind is already beginning to change. Can you feel it?
Okay, let's start now. Rough. Proper strategy is the quickest way to victory.
The enemy officer
has been
defeated.
And the enemies advancing on our position have been eliminated. I think it's safe to say that our distraction was a success. You should go now to to aid our allies on the other fronts.
I'm still needed. That means I must fall back for now.
The wind is already beginning to change. Do you not feel it yet?
Let's go.
Would you, if you will, honor me in a duel?
Did you get lost or something? Buddies are gonna worry about you.
This is our chance. Now, let the plan lead us down the path to victory.
Oh, the signal. Lovely wind. To truly bury Cao Cao's forces in flames, one must strike them from deep within. Who better than I for the task?
I see. Given that you've been willing to oppose even allies in the name of Wu, everyone would find your defection believable. But doing this will result in much grief for you, Lord Huanggai. Are you still willing?
Truth be told, acting the betrayer is more painful than 1,000 lashings, Zhou Yu. However, it is even worse to fail to protect my people. Lord Cao Cao, this is where you and I part ways. So please accept this grand apology! It flames on! The roar of ooze! Counterattack! No chance to rekindle an old relationship. These turbulent times dictate such things.
Fire! It's spreading!
We've timed the fires with the change in the wind. Liu Bei and Sun Quan must have the heavens on their side.
Many of the ships are burning down. We need to make sure we take the right path forward. I did not expect.
The enemy officer, we only stand to suffer greater losses the longer we stay. All units, retreat! Post haste!
Concentrate.
We can launch a counterattack once we reach the other side. Now, by retreating and minimizing our losses.
I will protect Lord Cao Cao no matter what. Neither flame nor sword will touch you.
It shouldn't have been like this.
The enemy officer
You have done well to survive. Now, It's time to give them hell! Advance! A shared wave will shape the world to our will! Forward march!
We have already won! Charge to the flames! Chase them down!
All my might!
It's been easy!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I cannot fall here. For the sake of every soul who has died in my name, I must flee. I must survive at all costs. I must be ready to do whatever it takes.
I suppose we shouldn't have expected Lord Cao Cao to be so easy to defeat. The real battle is yet to come.